Top 5 careers that qualify for the O1 and EB2 visa. Are you eligible? Welcome back to Veripass Insight, where we demystify the US immigration system for exceptional talent like you. My name is Tolulope Michael, and today we're diving into something that could literally change your career trajectory. The top 5 careers that have the highest success rate for O1 and EB2 visas. Here is a shocking start. While the overall approval rate for O1 visas hovers around 83%, certain professions see success rates of over 95%. And for EB2 national interest waivers, some fields see near automatic approvals when the application is properly structured. Now, the difference between a denial and an approval often comes down to not just your qualifications, but how you position your specific career within the application framework. In a few minutes, I'm going to review the 5 career fields that immigration officers are most receptive to right now, the specific evidence that makes this application successful, and most importantly, how to determine if you qualify, even if your exact job title isn't on our list. Let's dive in. Before we get to our top 5 list, let's quickly break down what these visas actually look for. The O1 visa is for individuals with extraordinary ability in their field. This means you need to be in the top percentage of professionals in your industry. The EB2 with national interest waiver is for those with exceptional ability whose work substantially benefit the United States. The key difference, O1 is about your personal excellence, while EB2 NIW focuses on how your work benefits America. Both require evidence like awards and recognition, published material about you or by you, significant contributions to your field, higher salary, compensation, membership in prestigious associations, judging the work of others, right? But here is what most people miss. The interpretation of this requirement varies dramatically by industry. What counts as extraordinary for a software engineer is completely different from what counts for a healthcare professional. Our data at Veripass shows that understanding these industry-specific nuances is often the difference between approval and denial. Now, let's look at top 5 careers where these visas are being approved at exceptional rates. Based on our analysis of thousands of successful applications, these 5 career paths have the highest approval rate for O1 and EB2 visas. Healthcare specialist, coming in at number 5. Healthcare specialists, particularly those in underserved medical fields. We're talking about neurologists specializing in rare disorders, oncologists with focused expertise, rural medicine practitioners, specialists in emerging infectious diseases, and medical researchers with published findings. But what makes them successful? When you demonstrate that your specific medical expertise addresses a gap in the US healthcare system, immigration officers take notice. Take Dr. Lillian, who specializes in pediatric neurological disorders. Our application highlighted research publications, but what really secured our approval was demonstrating how our specific expertise addressed a shortage of specialists in our subfield across rural America. Data scientists and AI specialists, particularly those working in emerging areas like machine learning ethics, predictive healthcare models, financial security systems, climate modeling, supply chain optimization. The US has a massive talent gap in these areas. And with over 150,000 on-field positions requiring advanced data expertise. Now, what makes them successful? Quantifiable impact. When data scientists can show how their algorithms or models created specific business outcomes, like reduced fraud by 37% or improved diagnostics accuracy by 22%. They are speaking the language of O1 and EB2 success. Sustainable technology engineers. This includes professionals working on renewable energy systems, carbon capture technology, sustainable agriculture, tech, water purification, innovations, green building materials, and all. But what makes them successful? The perfect combination of technical expertise and national interest. The US has committed billions to green technology development, making this field particularly attractive for EB2 national interest waivers. Engineers who can connect their specific expertise to America's climate goals and economic opportunities in the green sector are seen approval rates north of 90% when properly presented. Cybersecurity experts, specifically zero-day vulnerability researchers. critical infrastructure protection specialist, financial system security expert, healthcare data protection professionals, supply chain security architect. With cyber attacks costing the US economy over $6 trillion annually, this expertise has become a national security priority. What makes them successful? The critical nature of the work speaks for itself. Cybersecurity professionals who can demonstrate specialized knowledge that protect essential American systems or innovations have a compelling case for both O1 and EB2 NIW visas. Documentation of specific threats addressed, systems protected, or vulnerability discovered creates a clear narrative for immigration officers, specialized software engineers, and our number one career with the highest visa approval rate, specialized software engineers. But not just any developers. We're talking about those with expertise in quantum computing, AR, VR development, edge computing architecture, specialized blockchain applications, robotics and automation systems, and all that. Now, what makes them successful? The combination of rare skills and clear economic impact. The US tech industry faces a projected shortage of over 1.2 million specialized engineers by 2026. Engineers who can demonstrate mastery in emerging technologies that few others understand have a compelling case. Take JK, a specialized blockchain developer who created security protocols for financial applications. His application highlighted not just his technical contributions, but how his specific expertise helped American companies maintain competitive advantages globally. The key evidence that made the difference: recommendation letters from industry leaders explaining exactly how his specialized knowledge filled a critical gap in the American tech ecosystem. Now, the next question is, you might be thinking, how do I know if I qualify? My exact job isn't on this list. Does that mean I don't qualify? Absolutely not. These are just the careers with the highest statistical approval rate. We've helped clients succeed with O1 and EB2 visas across dozens of fields, from architectural, acoustics specialists to financial algorithm developers to specialized film production experts and even celebrity singers. The question isn't whether your job title matches our list, it's whether you can demonstrate these key qualities. Specialized expertise that sets you apart from the majority in your field. Number 2, documented recognition of your contributions or abilities. And number 3, tangible impact of your work on your industry, community, or field. Number 4, scarcity of your specific skill set in the US market. And number 5, future benefit potential of your continued work in America. Now, let's do a quick self-assessment to help you determine your eligibility. I want you to ask yourself, have you been recognized with awards or distinctions in your field? Do you command a salary in the top percentage of your profession? Have you published articles, been featured in media, or presented at conferences? Do you possess skills or knowledge that relatively few others in your field have mastered? Can your work demonstrably benefit American companies, research, or communities? If you answered yes to at least 3 of these questions, you likely have a foundation for a successful application, regardless of your specific job title. And before we wrap up, let's cover the 3 most common mistakes we see professionals make when pursuing these visas, even in these high approval careers. Mistake number 1, generic evidence. Rather than simply stating, I'm a skilled cybersecurity expert, successful applicants provide specific examples. For instance, I discovered and patched a critical vulnerability that protected financial data for over 3 million Americans. Mistake number 2, focusing only on your credentials, not your impact. Immigration officers are increasingly looking for evidence of how your work affects others, not just your personal achievements. Show the ripple effect of your expertise. And mistake number 3, inconsistent narrative. Every piece of evidence in your application should tell a coherent story about your specialized expertise and its importance. Mixed messages create doubt. This is exactly why we built Veripass, to take this burden off you and also simplify your visa application processes. So there you have it, the top 5 careers with the highest approval rate for O1 and EB2 visas, and how to determine if you qualify even if your job isn't on our list. Remember, it's not just about having extraordinary or exceptional ability, it's about effectively demonstrating it within the specific framework immigration officers use to evaluate applications. As one of our successful clients recently shared, I didn't think I qualified until I understood exactly how to position my specific expertise with the visa requirement. And if you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button and notification bell.